chapter from Indian book are also related with the population. The topic is migration. From the first class, you can recall that the first chapter of human geography, India's population distribution, density and growth, that chapter in a small part have the migration, and I have told in a basic concept about migration. What is the definition, what is the different type of migration, what is the different causes of migration, etc. Now in this book today we will discuss about the migration of India. The Indian people's migration we will discuss today. So in your book, from the first of this chapter have a story. You will read this story in your home. That there have a person Rambabu. He also situated or lived in a place as a worker in a steel factory, but steel manufacturing industry. But his three children, 2 sons and daughters, they are also, after few years later, they are shifted in a different state and different country. So this story in this chapter is not related with Rambabu's history and also their families. This story have given because you can relate with this story with migration, that in a families each and every person they shifted from one place to another place for several reasons. Someone doing some job, someone have shifted due to the marriage purpose or several reasons. So migration, that means also a person shifted from one place to another place is called migration. So this story you will read, you can understand. Now from the first topic in this chapter, this is the Indian diaspora. So this Indian diaspora, you can see that so many people they travel from India to another country, not from today. It has already started during the colonization, but during the colonial period. So during the colonial period, so many people they travel in a different parts like African country, it is just phase 1. African country, South American country, then European country, they shifted because as a slave or as a worker they forcefully shifted to that country's different island like Trinidad, Tobago and Caribbean island, South American country, European countries. They shifted from Indian different state like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, etc. So during that time when people shifted or moved by force of that government, this was also a part of migration, but they are not agree with that, but forcefully they shifted from India to another country as a worker, heavy worker. So on that time during the colonial period, people also shifted. It is a phase 1. During that time people shifted from India to different country. After that phase 2, Indian people shifted from India to another country during the year 1970. On that time people shifted to India as an artisan, skilled labor, and also different countries, not only Africa, East Asian, Southeast Asian countries also they shifted for getting good job opportunities. This is the second phase or second wave when people shifted from India to another country. And now third stage during the year 1980 to till present time, people move from India to another developed countries. Developed countries. Developed countries for getting better education, health, and job opportunity. Developed countries for education, health, and better job opportunities. Due to that reason, in a recent time, people migrate from India to another country. So these three phases, from during the colonial period till today, they are also separate or divided three phases, and this total is called also Indian diaspora. It is also very important because people migrate from India to another country for several reasons. The first, during the colonial period, people are forcefully shifted as a slave or as a worker. Then in the 1970s, during that time, people shifted from India to another country for doing some skilled labor or artisan or another type of activities. But in recent time, people travel from India to any developed countries like Australia, UK, like USA, Canada, etc. for getting better education, health facility, and also job opportunities, means earning more and more money. Due to that reason, people move or migrate from India to another countries. These are the three phases also have in your book, you will read it. Now another topic, this migration have nowadays, migration are also an important part of Indian census. So what is census also I have told, it is the counting of population in a particular period of time. In India, the census held every 10 years gap, and it has started permanently from 1881. So there are two bases of migration. In 1881 Indian census, there are two bases. One is place of origin, second base is number 2, place of last residence. This is very important. The place of origin and place of last residence both also give us about the information of migration, how many number of people they are migrate from India to another country or from another state to another state. This is the information we will get from the migration. Now according to the last census, in your book have a data, according to the last census 2001, but 2011 also have one census have done, and after next year 2021 another census will be published by central government. This 2000, according to the census 2001, when the population was 102 crore, during that time 307 million people, then 30% people are migrate from one place to another place. This is also important informations. Now another topic we will discuss, this is the stream of migration. Another topic we will discuss, it is the stream of migration. Stream of migration. The stream of migration, it is also very important because that there are four stream. This is that the from first rural to urban. Number 2, rural to rural. Number 3, urban to rural. And number 4, urban to urban. These are the four streams of migration are found in our country. So generally migration have done within the country or also from one country to another country. But India's migration, you will found that there are four streams: rural to urban, rural to rural, urban to rural, and urban to urban. Among them, the most important or maximum migration have seen, this is the new trend of 21st centuries, this is the rural to urban. This rural to urban migration have found only the maximum developing countries. Those are developing countries, there this type of migration are found. Now another portion, it is also very important that in 2001 out of 315 million migrant enumerated on the basis of the last residence, 98 million had changed their place of last residence, and out of this 81 million are interstate migration. So this is the important information, you will read it. Not only that, rural to urban, urban to urban, urban to rural, and rural to urban, this part migration also took place from one country to another country. Lots of people, they migrate from another country to India. This is also important information. So many foreigners also you can found in your surrounding areas like cities or any developed states. There are so many people, they are coming from outside of India. So these are the streams of migration. There are four parts. It is also important. Now the spatial variation of migration. This is the another topic. Now spatial variation of migration. Spatial variation of migration. Here spatial variation of migration means migration have took place all over the India, not a uniform or not a even, unevenly distributed or unevenly people migrate from one state to another state. This is the spatial variation of migration. Like state like Maharashtra, Delhi and Gujarat, that this three state is very important. Maharashtra, Delhi and Gujarat. In this state, so many people from their surrounding or neighboring state like UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, so many people, they migrate to that state for doing different type of job or different type of work. So generally this migration have found the maximum people, they travel, so many people they travel from UP, Bihar and Jharkhand to that state for doing different type of work. This is also a migration, and it is also a spatial variation of migration. And also from that state UP, Bihar, some people are also shifted Punjab and Haryana. Punjab and Haryana. Why? Because Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh have remarkable development for agricultural work. Commercial farming have done on that areas. So they are also shifted as a agricultural laborer to that state. So this is the spatial variation of migration all over the country. And also this is a migration took place within the country. And spatial variation of migration, if you followed abroad the countries, outside of the countries, you have seen the maximum those are highly qualified or educated people, they shifted from India to any developed nation like London, like USA, like Canada, Norway, for doing better job opportunities. This is also another part of spatial variation of migration. In your book also have a data, you will read it and also you can understand. Now most important last two topic in this chapter. The first one is causes of migration. causes of migration. The spatial variation of migration, stream of migration, Indian diaspora, I have also discussed, and also I think you can understand. Now, causes of migration. Causes of migration. The causes of migration. Last class, when I will discuss from human geography fundamental book, India's population distribution, density and growth, there two factors I have already told. So all over the India, the migration took place. There are two factors are applicable. Number one is push factor. Number two is pull factor. So from the just beginning of this topic, spatial variation of migration, I have told that some people shifted from UP, Bihar to Rajasthan, to Gujarat, Maharashtra and Delhi, or Punjab and Haryana. So obviously there are some reasons, there are some causes. That's why people shifted from their own state to another state, or from their own place to another place. So there are two factors is very important for the causes of migration. The first one, the push factor. Second one, pull factor. The push factor is applicable on those areas. Push factor is applicable on those areas where all these opportunities are not sufficient, like lack of health, lack of education, lack of job opportunities, lack of basic necessity. That's why people migrate or people shifted from their own state to another state. These are applicable for push factor. The push factor is found those areas having lots of lacking from health, education, job opportunity or basic necessities. On that time, people try to leave that place and shift it to another place. So these are the important factors for the migration, or important causes for migration or factors for migration. This is the push factor. Now, another one, this is the pull factor. This is the pull factor. The pull factor, obviously you know that all these opportunities, of health, education, job opportunity, and also basic necessities, all these are also available in that areas where people move or shifted. Their pull factor is applicable. The difference between push factor and pull factor have both book, Indian People and Economy and also Human Geography. This important question also will prepared. The two factors are main causes for migration. Now the last topic in this chapter, this is the consequences of migration. Consequences of migration. So consequences of migration, in this topic What is the meaning of this term consequences? Consequences means effect. Cause and effect. The causes I have already disclosed. Now the consequences of migration, that means effect of migration. What are the different causes, different effect? Now we will discuss. The first one, this is the economic consequences. Economic consequences, then demographic consequences, after that social and cultural consequences, and environmental consequences. There are 4 consequences have. Now the first one is economic consequences. You know that due to that migration, some places number of population maybe increases. That means where people gathered and those areas people lived, on that areas number of people decreases. So economic consequences means due to that reason or due to the migration, if some places number of people increases, then several type of problem can arise. Like when number of people increases, then there generally job crisis will be occurred. So this is an important part of economy. When people can't get the job opportunities, when unemployment increases rapidly in that areas, then the disturbing situation have occurred, and it is also directly or indirectly effect on economy. The economic consequences is also most important, that due to the migration, economic condition also affect by migration, because if any places the number of people increases, then generally job opportunities are not available on that particular areas, and unemployment are also increases. So due to that reason, number of particular states can be affected from their economic condition. And also there have another important positive aspect. When people migrate from any other foreign country to India, so on that time this particular state can get so many huge amount of foreign exchange. This is also a positive impact of economic consequences. Due to the migration, any state can also get huge amount of foreign money. So this is a foreign exchange also help the countries or state economic condition. The economic consequences, there are 2 parts. One is a positive consequences, one is negative consequences. Now another one is demographic consequences. So due to that migration, in any places or any states, number of population have increased or decreased, I have already told. So on that particular state, the sex ratio, what is this sex ratio? I have already told, the ratio between male and female. Due to that migration, the male and female, number of male and female will be changed or will be affected. So this is the demographic consequences, as well as you know that there are different age group, children, working and aging population. Due to the migration, this structure also affected. So this is the demographic consequences. If you have seen, there are some state like Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, there are so many workers, they shifted from another state to that Maharashtra, Punjab and Gujarat or Haryana. So due to that reason, that particular state where people gathered, their sex ratio or male-female structure will be changed due to that migration. Now social and cultural migration. Social and cultural migration also have these consequences, also have the 2 factor. One is positive factor, one is negative factor. The positive factor means due to that migration, cultural mix-up also occurred. That means we can get several concept, or we can also accept different culture. We can also understand all over the India's or all over the world's what is the people lifestyle due to the migration. But also there have another negative impact. Due to the increasing of population, the society are also deteriorating. due to the number of people when increases, they have not get the sufficient number of job opportunity are not there. On that time, lots of crime, lots of another criminal activities have increases. This is the social and cultural changes or cultural consequences of migration. And the last portion is environmental consequences. The environmental consequences means due to the migration, when any area's number of people increases, then obviously they will not get their favorable places. That means the slum areas also increases, and due to that reason the environmental conditions are deteriorating. That means different type of pollution, water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution, land pollution are also occurred. This is the consequences of migration, that means the environmental consequences. So these are the different type of migration all over. These are the different type of consequences of migration all over the country. Now up to this you will read. This is the last topic of this chapter. Next day we will start another topic. Thank you.